Hey guys, if you come in, please let me know if you can hear me or not. Let me know if you can hear me or not, because I don't want to say all of this and nobody can hear me. But I am talking about multiple or dual spiritual downloads. And I'm not talking about receiving different information. I'm talking about different people receiving the same information. All right. Imitation is the greatest form of flattery. All right, let's just go ahead and say that. Now, I understand in these YouTube streets you do want to get your credit because money is involved, and all of those types of things, and I wouldn't want to ever cut into anybody's way of living or means of making a living for themselves, or their getting credit for their creative energy or ideas. However, there's something else that I'm thinking about and talking about right now. Up to this point, I have steered away from copyright striking other people for sharing my information, for using my information, for using my shorts, or and not, putting their personal spin on it and what stuff like that. I just haven't even gone through the pain of the time to see if anybody's even sharing. I know people share it, but as far as striking people and going after people for doing so, I have not done that. Now, if it grows bigger in the future and it's just egregious, then maybe, but up to this point, I don't see the need to do that. Now, with that being said, there's a great deal of knowledge going to and fro right now. And even in the word, it says that in the end times, there will be great knowledge going to and fro. And we're living in that time. And YouTube is one of those spaces and tools that is being used to actually do so. But getting to the main point of this live, I just want to say that some content creators seem to think that, people are copying them, using their information and not giving them credit and stuff like that. And that I understand. I'm not talking about that. But what I am saying is that on the spiritual level, sometimes people are not copying you at all. Sometimes they were just given the same information that you were given. Believe it or not, there are people that have never even seen your content, don't even know your name. And guess what? You both were given the same exact information, because guess what? Both of you have different audiences. You're going to reach people that they don't reach. All right. And it might be the same exact thing to the point where you think somebody is actually copying and watching you and doing everything that you're doing. But they're not doing what you're doing. They've just been given the same exact task and information to get that out to different people, because you're going to reach different people. Everyone has a different teacher. You're not all going to have the same teacher, and everybody's not going to have the same students. All right. Hey, Jufi, how are you? Okay, well, Jufi, you're here. Hey, love, how are you? Hey, Jennifer, my name is Angela. How are you today? Hi, Christina, how are you? Blessings, blessings. Thank you all for joining me today. I'm talking about the fact that many people will be given the same information, or quote unquote downloads, because I've heard people use the word download. I listen to Mama T, and she shares a lot of great spiritual information, and she says she gets spiritual downloads. And I like that. I like that. So with that being said, people are going to be given the same exact downloads. And I heard an artist, a musician, say one time that when he gets an idea, he wants to get on it as soon as possible, because he thinks that sometimes the creator will actually give that same idea to somebody else. And if he doesn't get on it soon, that idea could go to somebody else and it blow up for them, but not for him, because he didn't move fast enough. And with that being said, on the spiritual level, sometimes I get like 10, 20 ideas in a day. Like, I'm constantly writing stuff down, taking notes for future videos or shorts, or just information to share elsewhere, because it's not just YouTube. I mean, there are other avenues, to share, just talking to people passing by in real life. And then you have all these other social media, avenues as well to share information. But I'm just using YouTube because I'm on YouTube. But like I was saying, no one can reach everyone. All right. And everyone will have different teachers. And different sources of income. So if you see something that came from you, or you had that idea originally, and then you see somebody else with that same exact idea, um you know what I mean? Either you just didn't move fast enough and they moved faster than you, or you both were given the same information and you're still supposed to do that task because you're going to reach different people. It's just like the bread in the grocery stores. Like, you see 20 different varieties, but you know, they all have their own flavor, their own taste, and many different people like those different varieties. And not all people like one particular brand. So if you've been given something, don't let that stop you just because somebody else may be doing it. And don't think that everybody is copying you if you are a content creator, because sometimes, like I said, they don't even know your name. They don't even know you exist. It's just that you both have been given the same downloads and information from the creator to spread however it is you spread it, you know, because people have different ways of sharing information, you know. So yeah. Hey Aaron, how are you all? Thank you, Hussein. How are you today? But I just wanted to share that, you know, simmer down. Everybody's not copying you. I do understand getting credit for what you have done. But like I said, at the same time, there should be an element of grace and an element of gratitude for the fact that people are sharing your information, if they truly are sharing your information. And, you know, because the information is still getting out. You know what I mean? And that's what it's about. It's about each one teaching one, all of us, you know, helping each other in this thing called life. Like Prince said, dearly beloved, we're here in this thing called life. But yeah, it's just about us getting to a different level, getting there together and sharing what we have, because we have our experiences for a reason. We have our experiences not to keep to ourselves, but we have our experiences to share with other people so they can either not go through it at all, and we can help them and save them some pain, or just to share it, you know, so that you can help somebody who may be going through the same thing that you're going through. All right. Say, ¿Cómo está? How are you, Aaron? Thank you for joining the live. I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. But yeah, you all be blessed, and gracias.